Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of LWIG. Last week in gaming, I asked you guys... Wait, what was the question again? If you could pick Splatfest teams, what would they be? And here's what you guys had to say. Otaku versus Weeaboo. Aren't those the same thing? Those are like synonyms. Fortnite versus Minecraft survival games. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? PUBG has the audacity to sue Fortnite for copying their game when PUBG copied Minecraft survival games. Carl Weezer versus Elastigirl. You know, this is like picking between your sexual desires and the faith towards your God. It's a common predicament amongst millennials nowadays. Chubby 12-year-old Jacob versus college dropout Jacob. You know, I really don't see much of a difference between these two. They both make cringe content, and one's way more attractive than the other. Dom's gonna put a picture of chubby Jacob, isn't he? Yeah. I feel like that's a mutual consensus. This is probably the best one, the most controversial I feel like. 2D girls versus 3D girls. I'm not gonna lie. Sitting there trying to think of which team I would reasonably pick, I honestly can't give you an answer. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are gonna be in the same shoes as me, but I feel like there's also a whole lot of people who would just default pick 2D girls just cause they're just better, man. Just better. Trash YouTube content, JacobsOcarina versus no YouTube content, Alex CND. That one stings me for Alex. Waluigi versus Robbie Rotten, who is #1? I think the winner of this Splatfest, if this is to ever happen, should get a spot in Super Smash Bros.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Straight versus Jacob. Hey, you know what, man? Just because I like to look at boys sometimes, doesn't make me gay. Just makes me curious, man. The 3 albums of the Saturation trilogy pinned against each other for the ultimate battle to the death. This is about Brockhampton, by the way, and Saturation 2 wins, I call it. Thick Fish verse, it is too thick. It just took up both sides. You know, he's really good at that. Like, really good at that. Super Smash Bros. Versus PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. You know, that's like comparing, that's like the original, like the great, super successful, super popular, like perfect fighting game versus like a cheap knockoff. Kind of reminds me of some... Jacob's pinky finger on his left hand versus a nice crisp piece of iceberg lettuce. You know, I think just from the set, like a nutritional value sense, I think the tip of my finger would take home the W on that one. But that's my obviously biased opinion on my own pinky. So grape jelly versus low sugar strawberry preserves. You know the Thick Fish Army would be all up in that strawberry preserves. All up in it. Cereal first versus milk first. I still don't understand how people can pour the milk first. They argue like, oh, if you pour it on the cereal, it will splash out. Here's a tip, pour it slower so it doesn't. I don't understand how anybody can realistically, what are you doing? You're banned. That's all I can think is you're banned. You're not allowed to watch LWIGs anymore. You're banned. Sorry. Memes versus political correctness. I hate that it's like low-key kind of true. Minecraft versus Roblox. The ultimate battle between 9-year-olds and 11-year-olds. Which side will you pick? Immature or slightly more immature? Sonic fanfiction versus anime fanfiction. You know, the Sonic fanfictioner community is, you know, surprisingly robust. You would be quite surprised at how thriving the community is. I honestly think that they could give the anime fanfictioners a run for their money. I really don't know which side would win. Owo versus Uwu. The final kawaii wars. Who is the cutest of them all? Yai versus Luai, because LWIG isn't relevant enough. I'd be upset if it wasn't true, but like, it is. One day we'll have our own 9-year-old army. You just wait. Jacob's Ocarina versus PB and Jacob, even though I already know PB and Jacob will win. Sorry, I don't make the rules. No, you're absolutely right. PB and Jacob is by far the superior being and would 100% win in that Splatfest battle, however you want to word it. Team Water is wet versus Team Water is not wet. This is probably one of the most polarizing questions that one could pose to another person, but water's definitely wet, and if you think otherwise, then sorry, you're wrong. Jacob versus uploading on time. You know, I'll have you know, Air Matt, that the last LWIG went up on time, so you're welcome, and this one should be going up on time too, so you're double welcome. Yeah. And lastly, Ocarina of Time versus Majora's Mask. This is a very common things to get pinned against each other, being that they're the two N64 Zelda games. But I think from a matter of, maybe not innovation, but scale and impact, I think that Ocarina of Time definitely wins. But I think from a matter of creativity and originality, I definitely think Majora's Mask wins this debate. But feel free to debate that in the comments. If anybody wants to start like a little thread or something down there, feel free to do that. I'm always curious to see what people have to say about this specific topic. Alright guys, so my question for you guys for the next LWIG, we got the reveal for the Detective Pikachu logo. So my question to you guys is, if you guys could pick any video game to be turned into a live action movie, just adapted to film in some way, shape, or form, what game would it be? And what would the title of the movie be? And feel free to go as wild as you want with like, you guys can give me like a plot summary if you truly want. You can like Photoshop some things. I don't really care. The more the merrier. But yeah, so if you guys could pick a movie for a video game, what would it be and what video game and what title would it be? So feel free to leave your answers in the comments below using the hashtag LWIGmovie. Sounds good enough. Alright, so use the hashtag LWIGmovie. Either leave your answer in the comments below or tweet me at JacobsOcarina. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys. I'll see you on Thursday, probably. Bye.